Russian officials claim that today, the base is only used for the decommissioning of their Cold War submarine fleet. But the mysterious shapes seen from space suggest this may not be the case.
I have seen structures like this before. It seems to me like this is some sort of marine enclosure, and usually there will be animals inside.
It could be some sort of research facility. If I was trying to hide something that I'm doing here, this little bay looks like a nice place to do it.
In 2016, fishermen working near the mystery structures found something strange in the waters.
Local fishermen in the area have actually captured the most odd and strangest sea creatures imaginable. Very strange faces, they appear to be deformed.
Is there some kind of experimentation going on with submarines and underwater animals?
Declassified CIA documents reveal the range of the incredible experiments carried out on animals under communism.
The Soviet Union made it a practice to use animals to study parapsychology.
Parapsychology is the study of paranormal or psychic phenomena.
At the onset of the Cold War, Russia and the United States were engaged in this kind of battle to gain the edge in terms of psychic warfare.
The goal is to see if telepathic powers exist and somehow exploit that during warfare.
Some of the cruelest and most bizarre tests on animals were carried out at submarine bases like the one in the image.
There's one really crazy case where Russia tried to explore telepathic powers using rabbits. They took a mother rabbit, separated her from her bunnies, and put them in a submarine.
They attach electrodes to her brain, take her litter of babies, and kill them one by one.
The thought was, if there was a telepathic communication, the mother should somehow know that the baby had died, and they should be able to detect that in the brainwaves.
Clearly these pens aren't holding rabbits, but maybe they're using some kind of marine mammal to conduct similar experiments.
In 2019, a strange encounter in the seas here provided a possible lead.
A fishing vessel was off the coast of Norway when a beluga whale came right up to it, seemed really, really friendly and tame, and when they leaned over the side to look at it, they saw it had this harness on it.
The harness says equipment of St. Petersburg. Now the harness is made to house a camera, but the camera is missing. Scientists do track beluga whale occasionally, but they don't use harnesses to do so. So this appears to be the work of the Russian Navy.
Another incident suggests whales are being used by the Russian military.
There was one found in the Black Sea, which is not at all a habitat where you find beluga whale.
Turns out that whale had actually escaped from a Russian naval facility not too far away.
Image enhancement increases fears that the Russians are weaponizing whales.
It definitely looks like there's something inside that's whitish and about the size of a beluga whale.
Biologist Roland Kayes reveals that beluga whales have physiological connections with submarine technology.
Belugas use sonar to navigate. They echolocate, basically. They put out a noise, and then they have this big melon of fat that helps them hear it and absorb it and understand where it's coming from. If there's a submarine that's down really deep, they'll be able to hear it.
The beluga's 5-inch thick blubber also means they can dive to around 3,000 feet, the reputed operating depth of the latest US Navy submarines. And their brains are twice as big as humans, making them easy to train.
Beluga whales are among the most intelligent animals on this planet. They can even mimic the frequency and rhythm of human speech.
They would be the perfect thing to use because no submarine is going to think anything is unusual. It's just another whale in the ocean.
Intelligence suggests that the Russian Defense Ministry also paid $26,000 for 5 bottlenose dolphins.
This is a really big red flag that Moscow may be trying to weaponize these animals.
the 4th of June 2017. Passing over the town of San Basilio de Palenque, in the foothills of northern Colombia, a satellite captured this image.
There's definitely an unusual feature in this small Colombian town. On the edge is this perfectly round structure that is quite large. It's massive, actually.
Scale analysis reveals this spherical structure has a diameter of 350 feet.
Is it meant to keep something out? Is it meant to keep something in? It's hard to tell.
But the ring in the image, it transpires, both appears and disappears. This is not a permanent structure.
Because this mysterious ring only appears for a few weeks each year, and based on the size of it, is it possible that this is linked to some kind of celebration that happens maybe once a year?
Social media footage reveals a bizarre activity taking place in June in a ring matching the dimensions of the structure caught by satellite. It transpires the circle in the image is a kind of gladiatorial ring. But unlike the gladiator slaves of ancient Rome, the fighters in this ring are up against vicious bulls.
It involves bulls running wild within this enclosure. The young men of the village challenge the bull with their bare hands and try and pin the bull down.
In traditional Spanish bullfighting, matadors use weapons, and the animals are often stabbed and weakened before they enter the ring. But this test of bravery is Bovine Fight Club with their gloves off.
It's basically guys with flip-flops, jeans, and t-shirts, running on nothing but liquid courage, thinking that they're going to literally grab this bull by the horns.
Each bull can weigh the equivalent of 5 refrigerators and charge at 35 miles per hour. It's not known how many people have been killed in this brutal contest.
Just seeing these guys go in there and take on this bull with really no protection, no nothing. I mean, it's one of the crazier things I've seen.
Some people are not so lucky. Some days, the bull wins.